Okay. Well, I'm here at the hospital, and I'm here with Carol. She's right here. Show her picture. That's Carol. And I'm here with you, Julia. And I'm here with my dear friend, Mark.
Hello.
Who's done amazing things. Just want to say hello to everybody. Unfortunately, I've been very sick. I don't feel too bad today, which is strange because I haven't been eating for 5 days. I've had a great life with Frank, with you, now with Mark, and I know a lot of people love me, so I'm thankful for that. You know, Gloria, Avram, who else?
Julius.
Julius, yeah, Julius.
Mateo.
Mateo.
Diane.
My brother, Diane. Who else?
Pauline.
Robbie, Pauline. Pauline hasn't been here. No. I don't think she knows.
No, I'll have to give her a call. Let her come
Yeah.
visit you.
You have Pauline's number?
I have her number, yeah.
Oh, God. Can you try calling her?
Yeah. Will you remind me, Carol?
How's your back?
I'm not so good, but the doctor said I have to use a cane.
You look fine.
Yeah, until I fall down.
Well, you better not fall.
I almost had another fall coming in here just before.
Really? Did
Yeah, I got to watch. I got to be careful.
He doesn't focus.
It doesn't look. How'd you almost fall?
Well, it's irrelevant. But Marty, can you talk about some of your favorite memories?
Favorite memories.
First of all, remember when we hitchhiked to Montreal?
Yeah. We had that big food.
It was Expo 67.
Yeah, we had a big heaping amount of food.
Yeah, all you can eat. We went to an all you can eat
It was terrible food. We piled it so high. It wasn't tasty. Then we went to Buffalo, and he charged us each $5.
Well, you had to pay for gas.
And then he did a drawing, and he sold the drawing. And what else? Favorite memories.
I'm gonna have to help you out here. 1 second. I'm just gonna stand up. Okay.
Sit here.
No, I just need to get a better perspective here.
Watch your back.
Yeah.
And
How about
going to Aurelia.
Yeah. How about keep us so? Tell us how you first met Gloria.
I met her at summer stuff. I was 17. She was,
No, you were 19. She was 17, or you were 17. She was 15.
maybe I was 19.
Yeah, you were 19. She was 17.
Yeah.
And what was summer stock?
Summer stock was Summer Theater in Muskoka. And then also,
That was in Aurelia, right?
yes. And then we used to go to see Jenny, who was in Aurelia. She lived there. And I met Julius at the Great Race.
Marty, can you try taking off your glasses, or is it too hard on your eyes?
Can you turn off that light?
Oh, can you turn off which light? Can you turn off this light here?
I don't know where's the switch, but I think this is the best thing to do, like, with the light. I don't know.
Well, I'm blocking the light. Okay. Try to take off your glasses right now, so the people who are watching the video can see your eyes.
Too bright.
You wanna try?
It's too
Just
bright?
Take a look.
Let's just take it off and see what happens.
Oh, too bright.
It's too bright. Okay.
Well, you
Just
can
let's keep it off for a minute, just so you'll get used
Well,
to
we
it.
can put it up with my eyes closed.
I'll put it right here. Okay.
Yeah. Many memories. Argus. We went to the party, and there was a whole bunch of little glass figurines, probably maybe 50 of them. The woman had collected them for years, and so my friend Joe Rosenberg opened the fridge door, which went right into the glass. all over. One little one was left, and it was just shaking. And then the woman came in. She, oh my God, my glass figurines. And but then we're all sitting there, and one glass that was left, so it teetered somehow. We're all sitting, because there's one glass left. And then all of a sudden it fell. And we were with Julius, who used to, I gotta put this down in my eye. Right down here. I was with Julius, and so it was crazy. What else?
Marty, first of all, talk about you and Avram and Marty and the food guy. Marty and Avram and the food show.
Oh yeah, we formed an acting group. Well, first we wrote for a magazine, Hot Toronto, with Joey C. And we wrote for the magazine. And then someone offered us a TV show. So we went crazy.
I thought it was a radio show.
Radio show for
Big difference,
TV,
okay.
TV later.
Oh, who cares?
Then there was time Julius was on the stage. He bent over and his pants flew open.
That was when we did the convertible cabaret in Yorkville, remember?
That's right. The latkes were delicious.
But the show went on, right?
Show went on.
But I think I took my jacket and tied it around my waist.
But there was a mirror in the back.
I know, everybody saw the split.
So,
It's a good thing I had underwear on.
thank God.
Yeah. And about Central Commerce, remember?
Oh yeah, he ruined my.
Marty was in the acting troupe there at Central Commerce, and you did a big play. And what happened?
He was throwing airplanes for the balcony and yelling, "Marty, Marty!" Well, the main actress saw one of these planes go by. She actually stopped the whole show and looked up to him. Sandy Kane. And he actually didn't ruin it, but she was aggressive.
Remember we made that movie, Marty, 4-1, that once winter?
Right.
We did it. You once asked me, we were sitting before the Christmas holidays and wondering, well, what are we going to do the Christmas holidays? We're all sitting in your living room wondering this, and I said, I've got a good idea. Let's make a movie.
Yeah,
And we actually made it happen.
yeah.
And that movie won second place in the Canadian Student Film Contest, remember?
I know.
That movie was called 4-1,
Yeah.
and I put it up on YouTube, but they tore it down because we had the 2001 Space Trek Odyssey soundtrack.
I know.
So
But you still got it, right?
I could always put it up without the soundtrack. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Sure.
And okay, and what about the you used to go for the trips to Aurelia?
Yeah.
To visit
We had
Glory.
Colonel Sanders chicken, but we once went out for Hungarian food.
It was kosher, of course.
No, it was not kosher.
What?
Hey, that's your pre-kosher day.
Well, my pre-kosher days.
But I know they made some of it kosher.
Yeah. Okay. But remember, we used to go up to Aurelia, and
Yeah, of course.
and everybody, we'd all hang out.
Midnight.
Yeah, we'd have Christmas Eve in Aurelia.
Glory's mother,
Jenny.
Jenny, and then your mother. had
My
the-
mother wasn't up there.
No, no.
Oh, remember we stayed up once, we had a party, and I brought you home really late, 4 o'clock in the morning, because there was no buses anymore, and you couldn't go home, so
That's
I
right.
wanted to bring you into the house. And what did my mother say to you when I said to my mother, said, Marty, I want Marty to stay over. What did she say?
But I think she said, "Oh, you want?"
She said no, and why did she say no?
I don't allow strangers.
Exactly.
In my house.
No strangers in the
I had
house.
to walk from your house.
Yeah, and remember my mother was dying, and she was in Sunnybrook Hospital.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I said, Mommy, Marty's here. How does he look?
Terrible,
And she said, he looks terrible.
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 Yeah.
And then remember when I They found out about my involvement with the missionary group. And
Yeah,
I came over to my father's house, and I was coming in the front door, and my father wouldn't let me in.
I know.
And then he pointed to you, and what did he say?
Marty, I blame you.
He blamed you for everything.
We had a birthday cake with us.
Yeah, we had a birthday because we were having a birthday party.
Yeah.
Took the birthday cake, but wouldn't let us in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did take the cake.
So tell me how you remember meeting Avram.
We met at a Sabbath dinner.
Seder, Passover Seder.
Yeah,
At whose house?
at
Come on.
I don't know.
It was my house.
Oh, I don't
On
remember.
Pauline Avenue, yeah?
We had a big dinner,
Yeah.
and Val
Valerie Cates, yeah?
Cates, I think you
Well, we were dating.
were dating.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get married to.
Well, that never happened.
No, she called it off the night of the wedding.
No, that was
She
Shava. That
did.
was Shava. I broke
Shava.
that with Shava, yeah.
And you're
But don't
all-
tell everybody else. It's supposed to be top secret.
Okay.
Just kidding. Well, give me some memories of growing up in your house on McAllister. You got to.
Well, we made this movie 4-1, and we did a scene with me on the floor, and blood everywhere, ketchup.
No, that you didn't know. That was what you did is that was not in the movie. What you did is once before you knew your mother was coming home, you wanted to scare her. So then
Yeah.
you lay on the kitchen floor. And what did you do with all the ketchup?
I put it all over me.
So it looked like blood.
Right.
And what did she say when she came in?
I don't remember.
She said, "Marty, get off the floor."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And we remember Sheridan,
Yeah.
who lived with me.
Yes, Sheridan lived with you for a few years.
Yeah. He committed suicide.
That's too bad.
And then Joe. So we had a lot of good memories.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember we hitchhiked to Niagara Falls once?
Yeah,
I don't know if we got there. Yeah.
but we did.
We
We used to come out of the car. To get a lift, you knock on people's doors.
on the window, on the doors of the car.
Yeah.
We would hitchhike up and down Bathurst Street.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the living in the apartment on Spadina. That was what was the name?
Kensington?
No, in Spadina. You lived on Spadina with what was the name? Linda Very.
Well, Linda Berry.
Yeah. Do you remember
Yeah.
living there? And then
Yeah.
then.
She used to make noise at night.
Oh, okay.
And
And you lived in my
I-
house on Kensington too.
I know we grow some plants.
It was called marijuana.
Yeah, marijuana, which is legal today. And there was a bagel factory across the road.
I think it was the old Greif's Bakery.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They were delicious.
Yeah.
So at 4 in the morning, we went there for bagels.
Because they were in the middle of cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And your uncle had a shop on Spadina. Remember what was your uncle's name?
Chop.
And what was the name of the store? Was it Silverstein or Silverman's?
I think Silverstein.
Silver.
You know who he
Chalkies.
is?
Sure, Chalkies. I used to buy my kids' clothes there.
Oh, great stuff. Chalkies, yeah.
Yeah.
Will you buy your kids clothes? there?
Everybody went there.
Ham. I bought their
There was a popular wholesaler.
Wow.
sweatshirts.
Who'd you go with?
I went by myself.
Wow, everybody loves shopping.
Yeah.
Get socks and bands.
Yeah, everybody went there.
And then there was,
Remember, tell us about the memory of working at Camp Keewaydin, in the camp.
oh yeah, a
met-
great time there.
Yeah, and you have some friends from there still today. Remember, there was Monica Chasen
Yeah, Monica,
and Frank Elsasser we just had here before.
Frank, yes.
Was Olga Ozamora? I think Olga was there.
Yeah, you dated her.
Yeah, I dated a lot of ladies.
You did, you're very popular.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that a secret though.
Yeah. We had good times.
Yeah.
Always a laugh and a joy or a joke.
Now, Marty, do you remember what was your favorite dishes when you were cooking? What were the things you like to cook really well?
Turkey,
And what was the secret ingredient that your mother put on the
Coca-Cola,
chicken?
orange juice
She put Coca-Cola and orange juice on chicken or on the turkey?
on the turkey.
Yeah. And it made it taste so,
Yeah, it's so good.
yeah,
Juicy.
yeah, literally.
What else?
Okay, then you had spent time in Los Angeles doing stuff. What were you doing in
Right.
Los Angeles?
I was
Remember you met
living
Stephen Stanley out there?
there. Yeah.
What were you doing out
No,
there?
he came out after.
What were you doing out there?
I was working for St. Louis Pizza Parlor or something.
Well, you're also doing tour guides, right? Remember?
Yeah, but I met him in,
Well, you were doing the waitering there. That's right.
no, in St. Louis.
Wait, what? No, the Cheesecake Factory. Wasn't that it?
I brought him there.
Okay,
And Lisa.
that's right.
Yeah. But we should try calling Pauline.
Well, I'm going to call Pauline. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to put this video up on your YouTube channel, then send the link to people so they can watch you talking. At least,
Sure.
yeah.
Can you get her on the line?
Pardon?
Can you call her?
Right now, I don't know the phone number. But I'll get it when I get home. I'll find the phone number. Then I'll call. Make a three-way call.
I have Janice's number.
Okay. Well.
It's in my phone.
Okay. We'll do that later.
All right.
Yeah. And wait, I asked Mark also to write down a lot of your phone numbers on paper, so that in case you haven't got can't get it from the phone, then other people can phone them.
Yeah. Well, there was a Marty Kraft show.
Well, Marty Krafsky was my next. Oh yeah. So he took me to the party where I met you.
That's right.
Yeah. I never had been to he said ABBG.
He lived on your street.
And he was a member, and he took me around the corner.
Yeah.
And that's where I met you for the first time when I was 14.
And there was, the other friend was Harry
So there's Teplitsky, Marty Teplitsky.
Tavitsky.
Yeah.
We were planning this big trip to Florida. I canceled it.
Well, you know what? You canceled it on another big trip. Do you remember what that was?
The trip to Europe.
Yeah. Who was it? Who were you supposed to go with? Who were you supposed to go with?
Side goals
No, with me.
and side.
No, it was just me and you. We were going to go to Europe,
That's right.
and I ended up
You went.
and I ended up taking a year off the Ontario College of Art. And then 3 weeks before we were going to go, you changed your mind.
Yeah.
And I said, well, to heck with you. I'm going to go by myself.
Did you go to Africa?
I went to Europe, Israel, and Africa. Yeah,
Right.
all because of you.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem.
Mark, you're hearing the whole story.
Oh, talk about the spaghetti factory and the organ grinder
Well, I worked
and
in a
Brandy's.
grinder, and I used to do a dance, like a striptease act. And
That's before it was popular.
yeah,
But you didn't get fired though.
no, they encouraged me.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you worked before the organ grinder. There was the spaghetti factory.
for
Remember?
sure. I forget.
Oh, do you remember when you made a special event for Terry Fox?
Yeah,
What was that?
it was a dinner. I invited him for dinner.
And you invited the press and everything. That was
Yeah.
all. That was all the spaghetti factory. Remember?
Yeah,
It was a big event. It was in all the newspapers.
yeah. We also did. We walked in miles per million.
Oh yeah, that was 32 miles. I remember. That was
Yeah.
before kilometers.
I know.
Yeah, we can't do that today.
No.
No. Do you remember how I met Robbie?
In Montreal.
Yeah, we went there on that trip for the expo, and that's when I met Robbie for the first
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
We were staying in her apartment, I think, right?
Yes, in Montreal.
Yeah, that's what it was.
With, what was her name?
I can't remember her name.
And then there was Charlotte Dansinger.
Oh yeah, Charlotte Dansinger.
Yeah.
That's I met her when I was 14 also.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
How you doing, Carol? Let's tape something on Carol.
Well, no, we're gonna do you. But I want you to sing a couple favorite songs. Well, hello, Dolly. Well, hello. Remember that?
Dolly.
It's so nice to have
You're back where you belong,
You're looking swell.
Dolly,
I can tell.
Dolly,
You're still growing. You're still glowing. You're still.
looking fine.
I feel the room
Move,
and the.
don't remember that.
Okay, got to come up with another song. All right. Maria,
Oh yeah,
I just met a girl named,
Maria.
and suddenly I found
How wonderful it could be.
can be Maria.
Maria, I just can't stop saying Maria.
You're so shut up then. Okay.
And Julius, I was talking to him once, and he got so mad. In California, he threw the flowers out of the room.
No, I threw the wallet out of the car.
Oh, that's right.
It was my wallet. What a stupid thing to do, eh?
Yeah. And then there was time at the Y.
Oh gosh.
I mean, that's when you.
What did you say at the Y? I was getting changed. This is such an embarrassing thing for me. We're getting changed. I'm getting changed after working out in the gym. And what did you say to me?
I think something about your penis.
You said, "Show me your herpes."
Oh, right.
Right in front of all the guys. Can
Yeah.
you imagine? Like that's a good way of making somebody feel comfortable in the men's change room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you had a way of putting people on the spot.
Then there was a time I dressed up as a girl, and you came with your date.
Oh gosh. And yeah. So I was going out with Leah Slamovitz.
Yeah.
And I wanted her to meet Marty. So Marty says, bring her over to the house. I'll meet her. So I bring her over to the house. Marty opens the door dressed in this beautiful petticoat skirt and
Yeah.
dress. And who are you pretending to be?
Shirley Temple.
And what did you sing?
On the lolly.
On the good ship. He was
Lolly.
dancing around with the frills spinning around.
He was
And
embarrassed.
And I didn't know anything about this with Marty, and here I'm bringing her to meet, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I thought the herpes line was embarrassing. This is really crazy. Okay. Yeah, you came up with some really good routines.
We did. We had lifetime together.
Yeah, well, no, just 60 years.
That's a long time. That's a life.
Oh, okay, well, we got more life still left.
I hope so.
All right, well, you got to get better and get out of here.
I got to start eating.
All right.
Let me think. We went to Acapulco.
Oh, gosh, that's right. You took me to Acapulco when we were living on...
$199 for the fare.
I can't remember the price.
And you and I went. You sat out in the sun,
We were in the beach. I was sitting on the beach.
and you're sunburned.
Yeah. And what was I doing? What happened to me?
Well, you got burned.
Yeah, but why did the guys? But what happened?
They had to bring you in.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the sunburn. What was my problem?
Maybe dope. Remember?
No, I was drunk.
You were dead drunk.
I was dead drunk. They had to carry me off the beach. I was dead drunk. That's how I got the sunburn.
I remember.
Yeah, and I was only 21, 22 years old then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like to party.
Well, yeah. Actually, we went to Acapulco, Marty, and we found the beach kind of boring, so we ended up renting a van or a Jeep, and we
Yeah.
drove all around the countryside and really met some interesting people. Do you remember
that? I do remember.
that? Yeah.
And there was a time.
Well, remember Linda Very was driving my car, the car I had borrowed, to California, and then she took a turn off the highway from Las Vegas to California, and she went across the ground, and she ended up driving on a huge boulder and killing the car.
No.
Oh, I do. So I had to pay for the repair.
Oh, you do?
But I'm not going to blame Linda for it. Linda, you didn't hear anything about that, right? Okay. Do you remember when I first met Gay?
In Ottawa.
No. You
Okay.
took me to, she had just got married and she was living on Jarvis Street. And you took
Yeah.
me to their apartment.
Who?
You did.
Gay.
You
Oh,
took me,
right.
yeah, gay and.
My mother was upset because she lived in a prostitute area.
Oh, that, yeah, but that's what it was known for. Okay.
Yeah. And we used to have food at the house, and Julius used to come. He ate like crazy
Well, you were a good cook.
at the house.
You know what you taught me to make, Marty? Was
What?
my favorite dish for cooking.
Chili.
Yes. I remember in Kensington, I used to make it all the time.
Yeah, it was ketchup.
Well, ketchup and hot sauce and beans
Yeah,
and ground
really.
beef and onions. You taught me how to make it.
See, I did something right.
Yeah, yeah.
What else? Mike Binder.
Mike who?
Mike Binder.
Oh, you know, that's,
He was at Newtonbrook.
oh, he was in my class, Michael Baines.
Bain, he was an actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a fun life.
So far.
We sold peanuts.
Oh,
On
talk
the
about
street.
work. Speaking of selling, what did we sell at the exhibition?
Oh, we sold balloons,
Yeah.
but they were bigger balloons that we were showing. The balloons we were selling were very small.
But we carried these big ones, and we were really deceiving
Yeah.
the customers. They thought they were buying a big balloon, but they were
What was our
buying.
boss's name?
I can't. Saul, was it Saul and his
Yeah.
wife's name Saul and his?
Yeah. What else? We went, let's see, it's hard to think.
Okay, Marty, let's put a pause on this for now. We'll continue next time, okay?
All right.
Okay, I'm going to put this on, everybody. We'll